In 2008, I dropped out of college with over $50,000 in student loan debt. Today, I make over $18,000 a month just in passive income, only working on it 4 hours a day. Here's how I did it. By the way, stay tuned for step number 4 because I recently shared this journey as a contributor to CNBC, and I got so many questions about how I made that first $1,000 in a single day. Step 1, have a clear idea of what you want. Most people come up with what they want and immediately decide they can't have it. Successful people realize that once you figure out what you want, it is the beginning to living a fulfilling life. Your desires happen as a result of the human experience. So once you have a target, it is now your purpose to begin to navigate that challenge and make it happen. I realized pretty early on that I wanted to live an extraordinary life. You know that feeling, like you're destined for more. I also realized pretty early on that money is a great resource for solving many challenges. So I got straight to work. I had a job as soon as I was 18, which is part of the reason why I ended up dropping out of college. I was just so busy working. But all of that experience, thank goodness I got it early between ages 18 and 21. That was a critical time beginning to realize that not all money is created equal, and an hourly and salary position doesn't exactly spell out the formula for building wealth. It's not that it can't, there's many ways to build wealth, but it wasn't working for me. So navigating the journey of seeking out the extraordinary life of my own design is what opened me up to the process being different than the common rules that I'd been taught. Stop fabricating rule books. It's only helping you avoid becoming more confident. You think you're filling libraries, but you're actually building a prison. I decided to break free of the prison. Step 2, find your zone of genius. There are those things that you do that you feel like they're fun. You're like, that was fun, I would do that again. If only that was my job, who would pay me to do that? No. It's too fun. Now we're getting somewhere. This is scratching the surface of finding that zone of genius for you. I was asked to be in a wedding for a dear friend of mine, and I thought it'd be cool to make a video. Actually, I teamed up with another bridesmaid. The two of us, we went back to our hometown and made this video. It was very cute, very fun. We were the life of the party. But you don't just feel that sense of accomplishment that you did something cool for someone else. When you unveil it like we did, I played this video at the rehearsal dinner. Not only was the bride emotional, but the whole room was captivated. And I thought, how amazing that we can make something for one person and affect so many more. This is the kind of thread pulling that you have to do at the things that fill your cup, because they teach you a lot about the fulfillment of that work. Now anything, absolutely anything, I don't need to tell you this, you've seen the internet. Anything could be your job that you could get paid for, but it only becomes a thriving career when you love it so much that the more you pull at that thread, the more fulfillment that you feel in yourself. And in every way, I am not a video editor, I'm kind of a professional video maker, but that's not even what I do. But it has contributed to my work over all these years so that whatever I did starting out got me to move, and that motivation made things happen so that I could continue to evolve over the years into who I am today. So don't get so romantic about it. What you choose to do and where you find your zone of genius today is just the beginning, and it's going to continue to grow inside of you, and you're going to learn new things as you go. So find that zone of genius, lean all the way into it, and take the energy that it gives you to allow you to have that momentum that gets you to start the thing that could become your next chapter, and then let it evolve as you go. By the way, I have a goal of hitting 500,000 subscribers on this YouTube channel, so if you want to hang out with me again in the future, make sure you click that button. Step number 3, start your side hustle. If you think something could become a business, make it a business right now. In my group coaching program, I actually call this the back pocket product, because we don't have confidence right away that we can make money with something. But if I told you that all you needed was to know the types of people that you can help so that you can have productive conversations with them, and the moment it's going to strike, because it will, that you know you can help somebody do something, if they paid you to make it happen, you reach into your back pocket and you pull out the product. What's the product? I don't don't know. You're the one having the conversation with the person. I recommend you find a way to complete something, do something for someone, help someone through something, whatever you come up with, find a way to create a job and get paid for it. You may not be successful selling it. That's okay. You need practice talking about what you're good at. But if somebody really needs something and you prove that it's your zone of genius because you guys just keep firing at all cylinders in this conversation, you just can't stop, and you clearly look lit up about how helpful you can be, the energy is going to be there. You're going to get your first gig. I don't know how I got my first gig. To be honest, it's because I didn't charge right away. And I wrote a very long, thoughtful email. I wanted this client really bad because I knew if I just had this one client unpaid, now, doesn't mean I didn't get value. More on that in a second. But unpaid first client, I will do this. I will knock this out of the park for you. If I could prove that to them, then I was going to be able to take that and parlay it to wherever I wanted to go. And not one client after that was ever free again. The next one, not paying me very much. But the one after that was a little bit more. And everyone after it has paid me more because the value went up with my experience. I don't even think I recommend that. I don't. I did not know how to make a blizzard until I showed up to Dairy Queen and they paid me to learn. I believe that you can do a job and get paid to learn it at the same time. If you are in it for the right intentions, you show up and you deliver. And you not only take that paycheck, but turn it into the next one. Reinvest the money into the business. So no matter what it is you want to lean into right now, start the business. Create a separate bank account for it. Do all the things you need to do to treat it like it is a real thing. Because your side hustle could be very powerful much sooner than you think. Between getting that first client and leaving my job to go all in on entrepreneurship was over a year's time. I was losing sleep about quitting my wonderful job. Way before I actually did. I side hustled, I picked up that free client, I got a paid one, I got another paid one, and I finally got to the point where I said, if I had all of my hours to myself, I could make this business really big. And even though I didn't have my full-time income replaced perfectly at the time, I quit my job and I went all in. And within a few weeks, because of all of the time I put in a side hustle, within a few weeks of leaving my full-time job and being a full-time entrepreneur, I had all of that income replaced, clients to work with, and began marketing a real business online. Step number 4, create proof of concept. I kind of teased this already with the back pocket product, but as you could tell, that was more of an agency model. I was doing things for my clients. I said, hey, let me do your Facebook posting for you. And you pay me this amount and I take care of it every day. You don't have to think about it. And that's what I did. How did we get to a passive income journey? Well, you got to get experience in something in some way. There's lots of ways to create passive income online without any experience today, but you still have to do something to attract attention to that passive income. While I was working for my clients, I was talking about what I was doing for my clients in content online. So I was also building an audience because some of those people were going to hopefully become my clients. Then we got to a really challenging month, and I wasn't making as much money that month, and it was not good because I wanted to go to Vegas for a conference. So I needed some cash flow. That's when I came up with the idea for my first course. So I sold one. Notice how I said came up with the idea and then sold it. Not came up with the idea and then created it. I did not. I did not come up with the idea and create it. I came up with the idea and I sold it. Why, you may be wondering? I needed to prove concept. I needed to prove that what I was selling in agency form would also work in a more scalable capacity, in a passive income stream like a course. The only way to prove that is to take someone's money. Just like I would take someone's money to become a client, I'm going to take someone's money to sell a course. So all I had to really nail was the sales page. If I have elegantly explained what it is that I'm doing and who it's for and what they're going to get out of it and why it's worth their time, and they say, let me in, then we go off to the races. Because I had been building such an amazing relationship with my YouTube community and they had been joining my email list, all I did was create that landing page and I said, let's just see what my most loyal followers Think of this. They're on my email list. I went to the email list and I sold the product to them and made $1,000 in passive income on the first day. And guys, I'm talking about hundreds of people on my email list, not thousands, hundreds. I was a new little online creator at the time. But because I showed to tell what everyone was going to get, I proved concept. Now I've got money in my PayPal. If I don't deliver, I'm gonna be making some refunds really quick. But I did deliver. As a matter of fact, I was so motivated to deliver because I wanted that money that was in the PayPal to get to my bank account. So you are forced to show up, but you have to prove concept. Otherwise, we think there's something wrong with our product, and in actuality, you just don't know how to talk about yourself yet. Step 5, build one revenue stream at a time. Listen, I just told you, I had clients, that was one revenue stream. Really, I mean, each client could kind of be their own revenue stream, but you get the idea. It's one model. And then I created a course, that was a second model. I will tell you one of the biggest mistakes I actually made in my business was getting way too excited about multiple revenue streams in my business. Way too excited. That first passive income that I made, awesome, huge, turned into this story, turned into this video, amazing. I'm so grateful for my passive income journey, especially learning how to create courses. But most of us really should just be spending more time getting better at the main thing. And with the intention of growing an agency business, I could have turned that into a multi-million dollar company with my expertise if I would have stayed focused on it. While this might be very impressive, it could be, we'll never know, that I stepped over dollars to pick up pennies. Staying focused since then has been the thing that turned that $1,000 on the first day into millions. So my recommendation for you is to choose something and master it. What is your revenue strategy going to be? Pick one thing, because we all get very excited about diversifying and having multiple streams of revenue, but it is an invitation to get distracted. It's an invitation to not be great at one thing. And so yes, you can have some thousands over here in this stream and some thousands over here in this stream, but you're running multiple business models in order to be able to do that, when one of them could have gotten so good and so fast and so big that you could fund a team to do it for you, instead of you getting all like, oh, I want something passive. And then you can spend less time and make more money. So if you're thinking big right now, passive income, agency model, whatever it is you want to do, just choose one and continue to get amazing at it. If you get amazing at it, you can teach somebody else how to do it. When you can teach somebody else how to do it, they can work for you at the same capacity, probably better than you can work for yourself. Now we're talking about building a real business. So start by saying, where are we going to focus the attention? What is the one revenue stream we're going to be so good at? There's not going to be anyone else in the world you should work with but us if you are this target audience. Step number 6, let that audience guide your growth. While you are becoming a master at what the revenue strategy is, you can use content to open up your world to everyone else. Let them show you the opportunities for how you can get better. Most people see their content as a place to learn what their revenue strategies should be. Your content is the beginning of a conversation with an audience who expects you to already have the revenue stream figured out, but will share with you how you can better market it. What should you talk about? How should you become relevant? What meme theme should you? I don't even know what a meme theme is. I just made that phrase up. What meme trend should you get on? That's all marketing. That's all awareness. That's all brand. That is all to bring attention to your revenue model. So stay steady in the one way that you are going to convert dollars to the business, but have fun with the creative work. Step 7, create systems that scale. The biggest mistake I see my clients make, the biggest mistakes I see my colleagues make, the biggest mistakes I have made is doing something because I was excited about it and only because of that. And because of that momentary excitement and not looking at it from a longevity standpoint, I spent a lot of time building a business that was completely and utterly reliant on me. Well, spoiler alert, you might be in the honeymoon phase of your business right now, but it's just gonna be a job at some point. You're just gonna have to report for work, just like everyone else. So if that's gonna be true, then why not take advantage of this amazing energy that you have right now? Use it up, like really use it for all it's worth. I'm not telling you to slow down. If it's time to speed up, speed up. But speed up at building something that isn't going to be just you. So that as you start to feel like you want to relax a little or get some more space or not be so needed or not have to check every single notification on your phone because you're worried about customer service, when those moments come up later, you've got the support built into the company in order to have that freedom. So many of you building businesses that you think are freeing you, but all that happened is you work more hours for yourself and no boss because you're her, and you don't have to go somewhere else for someone else from 9 to 5 anymore. Choose your poison. If you want the freedom, you build the freedom. The freedom has to be built into the business. So you don't charge just for you working from home. You charge for an organization that is growing and people need to be in it in order for it to be efficient. And the more you do that, the more your prices go up. They go up because they need to go up. We have infrastructure. We're not afraid of that infrastructure because that infrastructure is what makes it reliable. It's what makes you a master, and it makes it possible for you to take that vacation without any guilt. It makes it possible for you to not need a vacation at all. So whether you just got started or you've been doing this for years, build something that takes a team so that you get to reap the benefits of what you're building. And the money you bring in every month is just going to be icing on the cake because you know it is not only supporting the life that you wanted to begin with, but it's supporting lives within your organization who are thriving as well.